The president said this had been his plan for a long time. Let Obamacare fail and only then bring everyone together to work on a replacement.
I've been saying for a long time, let Obamacare fail and then everybody's going to have to come together and fix it and come up with a new plan, and a plan that's really good for the people with much lower premiums, much lower costs, and much better protection. I've been saying that, Mike, I think you'll agree, for a long time. Let Obamacare fail. It'll be a lot easier. We're not going to own it. I'm not going to own it.
Though that wasn't what Donald Trump said on the campaign trail.
We're going to repeal and replace that horror show called Obamacare.
It'll be repeal and replace.
Repealing and replacing Obamacare.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's promise simply to repeal Obamacare with a 2-year transition period to find a replacement failed almost immediately, with several Republican senators saying they would not vote in favor of such a plan. The House of Representatives has already passed its bill to replace Obamacare with a plan that slashes taxes on the rich and would mean tens of millions of Americans would lose their health insurance. The House Republican leader urged his party to remain resolute.
Obamacare is in the middle of a tailspin. This law is collapsing. So we've got a promise to keep, and also we need to step ahead of the problem that this law is collapsing. More and more people don't even have any choices left, or even one choice. 41% of the counties in America have no competition in health insurance. They have one health insurer left. Premiums have doubled. Options are disappearing. Many counties in America now have no health insurers left.
However, if Obamacare is allowed to fail, as President Trump argues, even more health insurance companies will drop out of the program over the next 2 years, and many more Americans will find their health insurance unaffordable. And despite President Trump's plan to blame President Obama and rake in the votes in congressional elections in 2018, some Republicans fear they will be the ones blamed. The problem the Republicans have is that Obamacare was a Republican proposal in the first place. Its origin was a right-wing think tank. President Obama refused to consider the sort of taxpayer-funded universal health care common in other industrialized nations.
The Affordable Care Act was a Republican bill before it was a Democratic one. So had they just stuck with their own thinking on this, they would be in a position now to do things like tax reform and infrastructure and immigration, which are desperately needed, but now are completely stalled.
This is a major failure for both Donald Trump and the Republican Party. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.